let's talk about the Padres for just a minute. Love the Padres. Jason, I love this Padres team so much. 93-69 record, 46-36 at home, 48-33 on the road, 50-44 against teams over 500, 43-20 in the second half. World beaters.
Yeah.
They will be playing the Atlanta Braves, who they're 4-3 against. The Padres finished the season 7-3, despite not really needing to finish that strong. They did it anyway. So this is their offense is crazy to look at their numbers. 267 team average. I don't have their team OPS because I did math wrong, but they slugged 433, 439 as a team. It's like 400. That's not right. But I do think it's safe to say though that OPS is up above 750 because I don't have their on base percentage handy, but a 439 team slugging percentage with that team easily up above 750, if not knocking on the door of 800. 81 home runs as a team in the second half, 51 stolen bases. Not a lot. I would expect more out of the speed on that team because they're all a bunch of shortstops. They can play. They're athletes. Let them steal some bases. True. 117 WRC plus, 7.6% walk rate. But here's the really crazy number: 17.2% strikeout rate. That's because they have one guy on that roster who never strikes out, ever. It's really helping that number. But you've got to work to get them out. That's how you win games. Put the ball in play and good things happen.
What a contrast compared to how last season ended, where it was almost a joke that they had to take a loan out to make payroll at the end of the season.
Right.
I mean, what a positive way this season has turned around from that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's really cool to see that. I can't think of their GM's name right off the top of my head, but he obviously knows what he's doing. Like, he went out and got Juan Soto because that's who everybody wanted. And of course, Juan Soto is going to add to your team. He's going to make you better. So why not get him? Unfortunately, he didn't know that Juan Soto was going to be a shell of himself in San Diego, which is still better than probably 80% of the league, but not the contribution you're expecting from Juan Soto. So what do? You deal him, you get back a bunch of pieces, and then you have money, and you sign Jurickson Profar for $1 million, and he goes off and is an all-star. What the heck? Who saw that coming? But I don't know, man. I think that this team is just put together really well. Apparently, it does work to just have a bunch of athletes on your team playing every position and a bunch of guys who can just put the bat on the ball because they're so good at it. So good at it. Were you able to find his name? I saw you typing.
It is AJ Preller.
Preller. I knew it. It started with P. It's on the tip of my tongue. So on top of having a really good offense, team that just, like I said, puts the ball in play, their pitching's not bad either. 3.38 team ERA. They're only giving up 0.89 home runs per 9, striking out 9.31 per 9, and only walking 2.83 per 9. 221 batting average allowed, 20 saves, 9 blown saves in the second half. Then that's without your reigning Cy Young winner.
Right.
Blake Snell. Granted, you replace him with Dylan Cease, but still. Padres are scary. I'd be scared if I was in the National League with this team. Let's move on to the Braves. This is our last team, and then we'll get into predictions just real quick. Okay, the Braves finished the season 89-73, 46-35 at home, 43-38 on the road, 52-41 against teams over 500, a 36-31 second half record, plus 97 run differential. That is updated, by the way, with today's games. They're 3-4 against the Padres this year. Honestly, I kept waiting for things to just fall apart for the Braves. Kept waiting for the wheels to come off because they've had to deal with so many injuries. But it never happened. It's going to kill
me to say this. It's going to absolutely kill me to say this. They overachieved based on the way the injury bug just hit them this year.
Yes. I I did not like. I think I said it every single week. Okay, like now's the time. This is when it's going to happen. This is when it's going to happen. And it just never did. It never happened, and I can't believe it never happened. Their expected win-loss record though was still 92-70 this year, and they underperformed that. That's according to Major League Baseball MLB.com. So I'm shocked that the number's that high when they had to deal with pitching injuries, Ronald Acuna Jr. injury. Sean Murphy was out for several stints this year. So
who's
I
a
think,
very good catcher, one catcher I enjoy watching.
Yeah. I remember when he was in Oakland and there was talks about him trading. I was like, oh man, whoever gets him is getting a stud. He's so good. So we won't get into predictions too much until like probably a minute from now. But I'm gonna say I do think this is when the Braves luck runs out.